All right, and we are hopping on in Eros, taking on Badass Gaming. As we're moving over to Nuke, we jump in the midst of a technical timeout. I believe there was word out there that there were some substitutes at play here for Badass. Normally, Badass, I believe they've been trying to work in Project 90 into their lineup just recently, and Consti has been kind of playing the stand-in role while they're trying to get him integrated into the team. But it seems like we have that all sorted out, and Frankie is in the server right now.
There we are. We get into the action there soon. That'd be interesting. Considering some of the shifts up that we talked about in the pregame, right? With the roles there. So like long term, what is the game plan exactly for this Badass roster? We'll see if they come through with a good game plan out of the gates. Frankie buying up 2 sets of dualies, so 4 guns for 2 teammates there between Dare and Snav, both wielding. Be interested to see where they go. One probably going towards the top of hut, if I have to imagine. The other towards the ramp side of things.
Here we go. Consti, take first contact. At Snav's dual Berettas 2 through 1, and Frankie does have the range here with the USP. DJF will make the cross and can secure himself a bomb plant to get this going here for Eros. So a 4v5, bomb down on the lower site, but the rotations have yet to really start. It's shut out outside, who's providing problems, though, as he snags 2, and Pendulum now, even inside the vents, providing problems as well. A nasty crossfire awaits these CTs, and Pendulum's going to close line 2. This is going to be the pistol here for Eros, as Constantly has to walk away on 1 HP.
Gonna have to call it right there. The quick play, rolling on out of the gates. Right down the vent, able to get past some of the early defenses, even despite it early opening death as well. Oh, the bomb is still gonna catch Consi. Trying to run away, he's just nowhere safe on this map to escape from, and no saves afforded here. You're gonna see
he's in T-spawn, dude. Bomb planted down on the lower site, and he's in T-spawn. I hate it. I hate it so much. All right, but I have to bring up the bomb blast radius at least once per broadcast, and now that that's over, we can talk about the rest.
I have a controversial opinion, and it's
okay.
I kind of enjoy it in a certain sense, only for certain like events, like whenever you see like late retakes come through because they have to run away so far from the bomb. Like I kind of like those moments being possible. It's always interesting.
I think I'm with you there. Also for the sake of the fans, of course. Oh my goodness, Pendulum is just tearing up outside. He just claimed 3 ecos there, and Shutout will be able to get some run and gun going with the MAC-10. Shane, long range. Okay, we're gonna see this kind of Shane today, aren't we? Now that's some good taps at long range. I'd be feeling it a little bit after that, but it's getting the second round here for Eros. But if Shane can hold on to this AK, that would be a huge boon for the next.
100% extra economy there for the first gun round, especially coming through in Shane's department there. It's nice to have that extra utility for some of those tough positions that he's going to be playing out in, so good to see that being brought into some future rounds if afforded here. Andrew, a little too slow on the uptake, it seems. He's gonna have to turn on the jets if he wants to find this one. It's gonna be Eros off to a nice 2-0 start here on their own map pick. Establishing the fold here again. Just gonna want to talk about the implications. We know it's pretty tough to get like a perfect read on where things are going to end up during the season here, right? But for the side of Eros, they're in just that 10th spot right now, right? And they got a tough road ahead between this match and EG. They also have Reason in the mix there as well, who have been a little bit on the struggle bus. These guys need to get this win here to really lock themselves in a healthy spot, at least to secure playoffs, right? This is going to be a really crucial victory for them right now, so versus this Badass team in particular, they would like to keep their lead on them, who are Badass is, early in the seasons for them, they haven't played a lot of their games, is standing at number 12.
But of course, they've played against basically every single tough team in ECL, and have also, dealt pretty good damage to them. So
Yeah.
over some extra time now, they do need to win the games. They do need to beat the teams they're supposed to beat. But realistically, I could see them easily making it into the top 10 with their next couple of opponents. We'll have to see, though. For now, the first gun round. Looking to be an A-site execute here for Eros, but Shane, still alive, still standing for the moment, but it's Snav's position here that could be deadly. I say could. News clears out everything here for Eros. And shutout to knockout. Frankie, that's going to be the round here. 3-0 start for Eros.
Quick and dominant right there. But to assert some ground there, Constantly going to find himself a quick exit, but it's all pretty much going to be nullified. In fact, it might just include the rest of the hunters here close by, kind of ready to stomp down range here. Not too interested. They want to build up their economy, I guess, first, which does make a lot of sense. Early game on this T side, if you're constantly able to produce gun rounds, you'll set yourself up for some success here in the late game. So probably the wiser decision, especially when that's the first gun round going that incredibly well.
Yeah, I want to talk about a little bit about that A-site defense as well. It's a bit disconnected, at least from my opinion. You can see that Snav really had a great position at the CT vent. Like, don't get me wrong, but wasn't really involved in all of the gunfights that were going down on the site. If you want to think about it, Eros just had 3 1v1s that they had to win instead of facing off against, a full unified crossfire setup as well. So maybe not perfectly comfortable here. We'll have to see. They'll have some time to warm up into it, but obviously MR12, that time burns quickly.
Into gear at some point there. Constantly able to find himself his one. This gun will hit the deck.
Oh no. It's up on top of the boost. He can't even pick up the gun there, Dare. Nothing to scavenge from that. Nothing to salvage.
It's the worst possible spot for that to drop right there. It's a little bit unfortunate for him. Not going to be able to recover it easily, but they'll walk away with it eventually.
Took a little bit of effort. Probably had to climb on top of the blue boxes there to get a shot at it. Will it come to play is the question. It does arrive back to ramp, right where all of Eros are coming through. This picked up rifle could do work, but Frankie has to survive the first engagement, and he does with a headshot. DJF hits the dirt, and now the flank even develops. This is just a one round for Badass. The bomb's about to be going down. Dare can collect one, the CZ the other. All the guns retreat, and Eros are out of this one.
They're a really tough start. Have to overcome some adversity right there, and again, that instant 1D coming through from Frankie just furthers a little bit of that tone. Andrew has to huddle back in towards the T-spawn side of things. Fights on a lot of different fronts right there as well. I mean, the good trade towards that outer yard, but I felt like, again, that 1D that comes out from Frankie kind of just set enough hesitation in on that ramp take that they hit a huge wall that allows for Dare to even rotate over. He has the rifle. It's just about a perfect round. Now, good news is for the side of Eros is they didn't go super aggressive on the hunt last round, so they didn't lose a lot of money, so they'll still be able to get some really good investment out in this one. It's just, again, great opportunity to start things off a round earlier than you might expect for Badass.
Yeah, and it also gives their economy a huge boost. They won that round with just a half buy and a saved rifle that got bounced on over to a couple of teammates. So now the pressure actually goes on to Eros, who could have built up their bank with an easy eco victory, are now in a bit of a precarious spot because of these little antics Badass are pulling off. Here's another one with Dare underneath the garage. Met with the molly here, Shane, but coverage there from Dare? No, a perfect flashbang. Escorts in the play, but News is swept aside. Snav prepared for it, and Shane follows up with another. It's a good hold here on the A site with a bomb down outside Squeaky. Could be more here as well. Andrew poking and prodding the door. Now met with a smoke, and things get a whole lot worse as DJF eats a burst from Shane. And Dare peeks outside and is able to drop Pendulum. It's just Andrew 0, 0, and 0, and it might stay that way.
He's on his game time arc right now. This guy has not died, has not fragged either.
It's for the morale of the team. If he goes down, the morale plummets, so he knows he has to stay alive.
Yeah, everyone's just having a laugh right now. Like, how have you not died or killed anyone? Just not taking too much contact.
He's not playing a lot of Counter-Strike, I'll tell you that.
No, he's not.
And, you know, even if you die, it says that you're playing some Counter-Strike. So, you know, it's not fun to go down in this game. Oh, he's definitely going to be granted his first engagement here, right? Oh, a flashbang to be called in. Here's the artillery. Andrew, you're in for a tough one. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to play CS, and it starts now. He's full blind. Oh, no, it's a team kill. But Frankie will take it eventually. I can't imagine a better sequence for someone's first death of the game.
This late into the game as well. Not able to save. They go for the hunt right there, and still going to be left on that goose egg because of the team kill. No big deal. It's still very early on here. We're going for a hero rifle buy of sorts here for Pendulum. Saw this again. Pretty effective to drop some damage right there. Swinging open the squeaky door. Running through some mollies. Frankie has to get his gun out. Fully blinded up by the flash. They're able to convert at least one. They will take that space accordingly. Yeah,
good utility usage for what little they have, but the problem is Eros couldn't really take advantage of the situation. They're all stuck in ramp to deal with an Opper, and that's a great flick from Consti to help out. Now, Pendulum does make the crossback and gives Consti a surprise, brings it back to a 3-on-3, and more space available here for Eros.
This could get tricky very quick. 3v3. Still no heavy moves being made just yet from Eros. They want to wait for more re-aggression, and they're kind of right in doing so. Just depends on how patient they are. Posted up on all angles towards ramp and lobby. They have eyes, they have coverage. But where are they going to fade into eventually? You can kind of see them huddling down the ramp they go. Galil retrieve for DJF. So down and towards that lower side is where they're going to end. Where they're going to meet one Dare right around the corner there, close by. As soon as they make noise, he's going to really kick it into gear here. But wherever they go, they're going to have to drop down to plant the bomb and make a little bit of noise, and there it is.
Yeah, the biggest thing here, the biggest concern is that Badass are allowing a post plant here. Dare could try to stop that early. He'll take some shots and focus on preserving his life for the moment. Eros, 3 side of control. A massive coordinated swing, but right into the waiting arms of 3 Badass players. Eros wanted more. But, well, they got more, for sure, from Badass. It's going to be 3-all.
2. Force that back right there, despite a really nice effort coming through from Eros. Check him at the door there. And get the op as well. Not a bad round coming through there for Eros. So let's certainly take that. Again, that was a little bit of investment there coming through with the hero Galil. And it ends up panning out with some damage and a bomb plant. It's not a bad round at all. Badass going to be pretty happy, though, with the CT side affair that they've been able to put up.
Yeah, it's been a pretty big comeback. Going down 3-0, picking up their force buy, or rather a half buy, and catapulting themselves back into the game. And now starting to string consistent rounds together. Once again, Dare will not be picking up the off. It will be constantly. This will be a consistent happening here for Badass. And he's going to put it to work. Consti's been doing some good stuff. We've seen some solid individual play, and there's an opener.
Yeah, nothing but impressed with what he has been able to bring to the table here. having to fill the shoes of Dare, who's back on the rifle. Got some outer yard smokes tossed in. Dare kind of dancing in towards Mini. Gonna be smoked off now with the cross of utility here. That HG's gonna blow up in Pendulum's face. And they've already got players down over towards Secret covering this sort of position, so... Rotation's already pretty effective here for the side of Badass. Oh. Oh, we got him.
Oh, you would think. You would think. Consti, I thought he got a glimpse. But just wasn't ready. Just wasn't ready in time. Oh, but this angle from Frankie is so deadly. Shadow advantage easily. First kill, but not the second. There's the trade. And the chase from Dare is just a bit too late. Down the ramp. Will Eros go? And Dare was just swinging at air. It's going to go down to Snav here inside of control. He's going to beat this Molly, though. Andrew, got to be prepared for that. And Snav is going to nail the shot when asked for. That's the bomb on the ground, too. Rotates arrive as well as Dare presses close with Shane, too. And Pendulum is just late to the scene. And 8 seconds on the clock. Nothing to do.
Yes, she's lay around here. Situations. They struggle to coordinate their efforts super effectively. That, though, I have to say is a lot of work being done from Snav peeking forward there, especially when you drop the bomb. That's going to collapse the T side of effect right there. You're not going to be able to do much past that. As we saw, they weren't able to do much past that. Immediately hit that brick wall. They fall a little bit flat. It's going to be Badass. Moving on up. Now in the lead. Again, hero rifle for Pendulum. Look at the faith that they place in this man here. He's got 8 kills. He is leading the pack, but a lot of faith placed into him here with these consistent purchases coming through.
Yeah, I mean, individually speaking, Pendulum has been the best performing player for Eros this season. Normally, I'm used to him wielding the op, but
yeah,
could be something different here on the T side. We'll see. Frankie, though, is going to be in trouble again. And he's going to have to outrun these pistols. He'll get himself to a safer position. And even backup arriving in the form of Dare. A little hesitation here for Eros could hurt a lot. Dare with the first. Not quite the second, though, but help is on the way as Snav will find a double kill. And Consti does it with the CZ. It's going to be 5 rounds straight for Badass.
That particle animation whenever you break glass has got to be one of the, like, most frustrating changes. It looks super cool, you know, like it's a sick effect, but then when you shoot the glass and you're like trying to spray someone down, if you haven't shot it already, you lose all vision. It's very hard to track when like the glass is shattering, so it can be a bit of a challenge. Just a small detail there of like learning the adjustments of CST. I'm sure that's something that a lot of people have gone through.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta. It's a little annoying here and there, but you gotta deal with it. It's a different game.
Yeah, deal with it. Yeah, exactly. That's all you can do. Deal with it.
You chose to be an esports player, so let's get along with it. Also, I mean, it looked. I won't lie. It looks cool. I look cool, realistic effects. But yeah, it definitely affected the gunfight there for Dare. Unfortunately. All right, we're gonna go fast outside, running through the molly here, taking some licks of flame, News and Pendulum. But luckily, no one's close to truly take advantage of that. Just Frankie's made the descent down in towards Secret, but nothing else just yet.
To establish a foothold here, they got that little 1-2 punch down in towards that lower side. Timing from Dare to just take that straight up duel. He's gonna stick around a clothesline. Another nice trade attempt right there. Pendulum hits the deck and a little 5v3 now action coming through here as they try and recover. They don't even know that Frankie's right around that corner. I guess now they would know, but by that time it's feeling a little too late.
Oh, and that was the bomb right there. Consti dueling out with shutout and nails it. Needs the double scope for it. However, he should be dead to Andrew walking up. He is, but there's no bomb retrieval right now. Andrew has to cede all the ground he worked for, but DJF is going to open up with another.
Oh.
And, oh my goodness, you would think. A little bit of a bait and switch game there. Cheeky stuff. Leaves Andrew in the 1-on-3.
Fooled me. I got X-ray. That's how you know it worked there for poor DJF. And Andrew has just been granted the space, and he'll say, "I'll take that. Thank you very much." But what he doesn't know is right around that corner. Flies Frankie, tries to clear him, not able to. It's gonna be 6 rounds on the trot here for Badass Gaming, who have leveled up ever since a sneaky little just 1 rifle round and some deagles to back it up. They just haven't looked back from that point.
Yeah, I think right now, Eros kind of missing a plan B afterwards from that situation. You had lurks running outside and inside a hut, but the bomb was not prepared or in a good position even to capitalize on that. So, see if we can get another chance as Constantly sniped one through the smoke, completely blind out of that, and poor News charges into 3 players, a full inner stack here for Badass Gaming. No chance that's gonna work, so they're gonna turn and burn back to ramp. Frankie on ramp defense first. Not the second, but certainly enough from your 1 ramp anchor.
Especially, you can afford a 1-for-1 when you do have a 5v3, right? It's not a bad trade. So, we do have ourselves chance for a bomb plant. Could make things a bit interesting here. Perfect little single door smoke. Pendulum gonna plant though, and risk of spam will instantly dismiss that opportunity.
And unfortunately, JF is pretty cooked. Yeah, Snav just hits him with the swing and the first bullet headshot to back it up. Gotta hit those shots there, Consi. 7-3.
Hit your shots.
That's why he needs to practice.
OG Fortnite's back. You ever play Fortnite at all?
I did during, like, Season 2, before it was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you that. I was there when Tilted Towers dropped. Just saying.
It's sick. This is the best of times there.
Yeah, I was there when it was peak, and then I left. And went
Just
right back
time.
to Counter-Strike.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's what we all did.
Oh, Andrew?
Yeah, but...
Ooh, bye! Dare's not an opper, but he's still taking op duels, I guess. Another shoulder spotted as well. Constantly, he wants these fights, but the op is keeping him suppressed for the moment, but Dare certainly isn't. That's another 1-tap. News down in the kill feed.
You actually don't need an op there if you just 1-tap. It's the same effect. Out of the AK, 1 shot, 1 kill coming through. 2 now for Dare. Absolutely deleting this offense early, using their own weapons against them. There's a little bit of a late move here out in towards this A side. They're gonna have to deal with this crossfire though.
Oh, it's perfect. It's so perfect. Snav and Shane put it all together. And that's exactly the difference maker. We saw that in the first gun round, where it's disconnected on the A site play. There, Shane plays perfectly off of Snav. Easy does it. 8-3. 8 rounds straight for Badass.
Yeah, it does look like they've learned a lot of lessons after 1 round loss. 1 gun round lost, and they went right back to the drawing board. Coordinated efforts from that point forward. Helped out by a lot of opening picks, I will say. But, you know, outside of that, right, they have been able to stabilize in these 5v3s. It's just exactly what you'd expect from a team with quite a bit more experience versus this opposition here.
We got a faster play down secret, but a missed smoke. That ain't gonna help. There, though, you gotta get your gun out. That's that is a key part of winning duels in Counter-Strike, and shutout finishes constantly with a nade. This round is definitely not meant to be here for Badass. There should be at least a kill back coming through. Oh, shoulder spotted. There he goes. He's down. 3 versus 3, but that bomb's ticking.
The timer against him. Frankie Barrel could have been spotted right there in the ramp room. Doesn't matter. He has to worry about fights on a couple different fronts. 3 of them. Left side, right side ramp, and his flank there. He had no chance of working within that round. And there's got to be Shane with the similar odds up against him. But he does have a smoke and he does have a kit.
And it's not really... Is it planted? I can't really see where exactly where it's planted. Did it even matter? No. At least Eros will be able to cap off their first half with at least a round. 8-4 here. They're down, but can they at least salvage their map pick? And our second pistol round here on our Saturday night ECL. Welcome back. My Michael X and McHenry. We've got the rest of the month to run down, so we got to get these games done quick. So Badass Gaming, they recognize that. They're gonna fly out hut for this pistol. News though on dual Berettas, dropping down, putting bullets in. He's got 32 of them to work with, and he's gonna drop them all into Badass Gaming. Frankie, you can post in this position surely, and DJF's gonna knock it down, and that's going to be the pistol round for Eros.
That's exactly what they needed here in this matchup. Pistol round to start off their defense here to just set the tone early. Got both pistols so far as well, which as an underdog team we know can be such a big win condition for these rosters. So this will set up your foundations quite nicely, even denying a bomb plant here, so forcing onto a full Glock eco, even furthering those foundations. They do stick with 3 MP9s, which has been something I know teams maybe been willing to avoid, is the MP9s on the second round, just to get away with more effective third round of the half purchases. We got Glocks all abound though, and they're just getting plucked apart.
As they should. That is such a unique thing about, like, esports in general. Like, the eco round is, like, so unique to Counter-Strike. It's You can't. There's no like sports equivalent to what an eco is.
We just have to give something. I would say it's a weird like an analogy, but to football, especially with like fantasy this year. And I've seen like teams let other teams score to put them in a deficit so that they can score as well, because of like time management and stuff like that, which could be similar. But yeah, it is
Maybe a little bit of a stretch, because it's always like a crossroads. It's a decision at the end of the day to take an eco instead of going for like, you know, forcing every round.
Yeah. Well, you can make that decision too, and that's what I do.
Thanks for setting up the signal for, you know, don't pug with Cole, guys. Not gonna be a fun time.
It's fun for me, man. I played one game.
You're Deagle armor every round. Let's go.
I played a like premier match not too long ago and had Deagle armor like the whole. We lost like 13-2. Oh, all that thought there. We got pressure applied. Lobby crunch in order. This is what they were playing with those MP9s, but they don't really prevail up against the rifle power of an AK-47. And Dare puts that on full display to close off that round.
Well, that was not really what I was expecting in this day and age. We're talking about Cole forced buying Deagles every round. Well, Eros get absolutely plucked apart on that attempted lobby crunch. Shots nailed there. Badass Gaming completely prepared for that little curveball. That's already going to put them on the back foot. It's not even just the economy, it's the round count. Only 4 more to go here for Badass. This could end quick. We'll see. Andrew, he's going to take this off to the scene, but Badass saw him make this move. And they're going to saturate him with utility, keep him at bay. Look at this, Andrew.
Outside.
Oh, man. Andrew, though, the pressure, it just emboldens him. He gets 2 with a molly at his back. He had nowhere to run. And there's a double kill, and he stays holding the line. He does not connect the 3rd shot. But truly some excellent work coming out of the op here for Eros.
Doesn't even go down, though. He's able to back his way up in towards Secret now. Setting up for even more action. Molly goes in towards Secret, but that's not going to cover it. Not fully. They're trying to actually Molly back of Red, I think, and they're going to have to be diligent about this MP9. It's a little bait and switch setup from the start of this round. Trying to figure out a way to deal with him. He does get blasted. Now it is the MP9's chance to shine.
And it will open up for 1, but nothing more than that. Still a chance here for Badass. 40 seconds will beckon them forward rather quickly, but you can see that there's a lot of guesswork that needs to be done here for Eros. They have to be in the right positions. And while shutout is, he needs to also deliver on this front. The XM, close range. It is literally optimal here, but his shoulder got spotted, and he's going to go down. That is catastrophic here for Eros. It's a 2v2 post.
Shotty finally betrays someone, I feel like, and they get the kill because of it there. Able to get the bomb planted inside of the smoke. They've got to work in the post plant here and work between all these awkward angles.
Yeah, Frankie tucked in first. DJF needs to clear this angle fully, and he eats a headshot immediately. News now. 1v2. Andrew kicked this one off with 2 AWP openers, unable to close it down. Badass Gaming salvaged a huge deficit.
I mean, you just really can't ask for a better start to a round, but a more just painful finish as well. A little bit of, I wouldn't even say much overextension there from Andrew. He finds his 2 kills. He's trying to continue to bait them outside, but he gets blasted in secret, going for a repeak, right? And once you go for that repeak, you're taking a risk. You've already shown your position. You try and land a 3rd kill to even further the pain. But then from that point forward, as an opper, and you watch that like round just collapse in front of you, it's just a miserable feeling right there. So a really tough go of things right there for Eros as they let that round slip. And that's like, it's one of those soul crushing rounds, you know what I mean, where it's very hard to come back from that point, especially when your economy is just shattered.
Yeah. I do agree. I mean, Andrew wanted more outside. In the 3v5, he tucked down into secret and kept looking for picks. And, well, yes, I agree. You are favored in every individual duel. Eventually, something's not going to go your way. And the way that Badass Gaming have looked individually, they've been all headshots all day. As well, that is the one huge advantage that I think Badass have for their team.
Yeah, they're able to consistently output some really nice work there, especially with Dare on the rifles. I've been nothing but really impressed with what he's been able to do. He's still delivering in stride. He's still giving some of that energy. In terms of opening prowess, we saw him literally taking op fights with rifles. So it just felt like this guy has not missed a beat. Even switching into these new positions, these new roles for him. Yeah, like you said, just so much firepower on this team, and that's put on full display in like a 5v3.
Yeah, I mean we've gotten to see Dare just charging outside and just be able to one tap out these players. It's been truly a sight to see, but for now we're in a bit of a technical pause right now, and I think it's gonna take a little bit to fix on up. So while we get the players all ready and raring to go once again with Badass Gaming still in the lead, we do have to take a bit of a break, and so we'll be back in game just after this. And so fortunately for us, these technical pauses, well, they're pretty quick. 10-6 here, as Badass Gaming are going to continue their tear. Unfortunately, Eros don't really return to live play with much to work with. They haven't invested a dime. Well, okay, they invested $950 on Pendulum, because he's always hero purchasing. Oh. Aww. That report says it didn't go well. Oh my god! I'm so glad we got Dare's POV on that. Frankie gets sent flying, dude. I had a feeling it was gonna happen. Like, I was watching it with trepidation. I just didn't expect Frankie to go flying forward that far. Alright, funny moments aside. We're back. And maybe on Eros' last buy. This is their map pick. The next map is Mirage, which doesn't bode any better here for Eros. Badass Gaming have been on a tear. So here's the problem here with this round, Cole. So 50 seconds remaining here for Eros, but 0 smokes, 0 mollies, 0 kits. They cannot hold off and execute. They have to do it via bullets. Everyone has to hit all their shots all at once, and it's actually working here for the CT side as there's another crossfire. Shot eventually goes down, but this is just a tough round to beat here. Eros won all of their duels. Can they keep it up, though, is the question. No. DJF up the vents. And a very unlikely situation. Statistically, Eros not favored, but sometimes stats don't matter. See these outside wall smokes dribble in, but Eros have a counter, a hard counter. 2 players inside a secret right now, ready to strike. Oh, but one is dead immediately. News destroyed, and then charging forward. PNDLM fortunate enough to have a lineup for himself, but it might not be enough. 3 versus 3. Frankie, this duel's everything for him. And Shutout will convert upon it. Massive kill there for Eros. But turning back to Mini, they're already going in. Right into DJF. Good crossfire here on the site, but Snap could win both out. He's now in a 1v1. Himself and Andrew, but he has no idea. He has no idea where Andrew is. Oh, and there it goes. The no scope, baby. Up the vent you go. But I love it. Back up the bench you go with that. And 3 players down secret was the last thing Snap was expecting there. So we're chilling back in spawn. We got 1 AK. It's gonna be protect the president, except I guess the president is the best target. Oh, that's a horrible start. Oh no, outside, walk here for the pistols. And it's a Desert Eagle headshot to open up proceedings, but 30 seconds, not a lot of time to keep on repositioning and walking back and forth. Surely you gotta worry here. Here we go. Out the door. No, I mean, okay, there is one person here. It's gonna be News at range, and now that the bomb's on the ground, that's gonna do it, unfortunately, and everyone's gonna go down to the guns eventually for Eros. And a comeback effort is really brewing here to the difference. Outside, oh my goodness. This hop of Andrew playing so aggressively just takes a pot shot and leaves. However, Andrew is already back in towards ramp room. He really wants to make something happen with this op. But no challenge yet. This is looking like an A-pop for Badass as the seconds tick by. Alright, we have shutout as well. Just a great hold overall. Eventually he burns, but Pendulum providing support. Smoke spam's good, Snap falls. And the wheels are coming off of this T side here for Badass Gaming. They cannot make any ground anywhere all of a sudden. Ever since that 2v3, the 3v5 that Andrew was able to pick up, it's been smooth sailing here for Eros. They're back in it. Hold on. Yep, a great trade back at least from shutout on top of Hut, and the support has arrived. And the biggest problem here for Badass is the bomb is down at the site. If they have the bomb, maybe they could consider a reposition. But they're gonna have to think about this quite a bit differently, unfortunately. But we will see these two players split up to at least make something happen. It's certainly possible. I was thinking maybe he could get spotted. Did he silent drop into the site? Did Dare hear that fall down? You think about this, but it's the op at the end of the day. It's like trying to hit the headshot. You only have one opportunity to do it. And Consti gets himself an AK-47. There's going to be a flashbang tossed into heaven. A second one as well to try and buy Andrew some space, but he gets deleted instead. Oh no! This just gone horribly wrong! It's now a 1v1 here for News. Bomb scooped up here for Dare. He gets an op. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds. News is going to charge forward. Dare knows exactly where News is. Oh, and a great reposition here for News. Is Dare going to be prepared for it? Surely not, right? Oh, no, but just on the edge. Dare has the up, and he's going to nail the shot. A full eco in an impossible situation. Badass Gaming on top. mean, it feels like it starts once Constantly picks up an AK. All of a sudden, wait a minute, this round is real. This was a P250 and a Tech 9. Both armorless, by the way. And also, I think just getting, a bit greedy there, may I say. Andrew not liking his position with the op, I understand. But individual fights given over, and we said it multiple times, Badass have been the better team individually. Hand them 1v1s, you're giving them the advantage. And oh boy. I mean, there was a chance. There were some backs turned to Hut. But now I think that opportunity is long gone. Now it's going to be barrels pointed towards DJF and his teammates as well. This is going to be a train crash here in lobby, but for who is the question. DJF advances forward first, immediately deleted by Frankie. News, though, and shutout do follow up, but that's not enough. The deficit is still here with Eros. A charge forward, but no connection, no headshot. And I don't think it's any map as well for Eros, as their pick might go down the drain as Andrew's in a 1v3. Yeah, I mean, excellent. An excellent performance overall there from Badass Gaming. It's just there's individuals absolutely turning up and just hitting all the necessary shots.